What's up, guys? So as y'all seen last time, we had the Nova at the track. It wasn't doing really hot. You know, so it's time to do some maintenance to it. I got it back here, got my little handy dandy tool set, and I've actually already changed the oil. And this motor, I started out with some Rotella 1540. It's a synthetic blend, so I'm just going back with it again. It's actually that right there. And if you buy it by the gallon, it's actually way cheaper. And so basically I just drained it, pulled the filter just like a regular oil change. It was still pretty thick, but it smelled a lot like E85. So, you know, these turbo builds, any kind of big build like this, they run a little bit rich, and so you know, it's just kind of part of it. My little catch can, and E85 is really bad about it too, but I've got the catch cans back there on the firewall, one on each side. I just emptied them. You know, it's just, and those fill up fast with E85. I don't know what it is. I'm not really that scientific with it, but I know they do fill up pretty quick. But you know, you can kind of look right here at the oil pan that I drained everything in. Nothing metallic, everything's good and dark, you know, nothing really shiny inside, so that is a good sign. Whenever you have a lot of boost, you know, you kind of worry about it mixing some coolant with it, you know, stuff like that, but thankfully it wasn't milky, anything like that, so everything still looks pretty good. So now I'm going to change the plugs, kind of do some of that, and I'm going to see if I can I don't know if I can turn this camera around. I cannot turn this camera around. I'll kind of show you right here. But the belt doesn't exactly line up perfectly straight. Like right here, where that it's at, it's almost in a little bit. And so it's almost like this bracket needs to kind of shift a little. And that could be our issue right there. I've actually got a new belt and a new tensioner right there. And so we're going to see what we can do with it. I'm going to change the plugs, kind of shim that out a little bit, and we're going to take it to the varsity tomorrow. That'll be kind of my test drive, you know, the varsity around here by the house. It's actually in Dawsonville. They have a cruising up there every Tuesday night. Now the time's changed back, so hooray, we can finally get back out and do some hot rod stuff. So, but that'll be my test drive. I'll see how it does. Hopefully, you know, I mean, I'll be able to do a couple pulls because it's right on the side of the highway. So we will do a little bit of maintenance here, and we'll hopefully get it fixed and keep it from smoking and make it run better, and we'll be able to turn this thing up soon. Alright, so I went ahead and changed the plugs. They were TR6s, got down to pretty small, and I talked to my buddy Lance. He does all my you know, my tuning and stuff like that. I always go to him for advice because he is the one that knows what he's talking about. And so he told me to go to a different plug, a BR7EF, and you know, gap them down way small. And so I gapped them all to the same, right around 020, and you know, did the plugs. Now it's got fresh oil, fresh plugs. I did, you know, I put the new tensioner on, put the new belt on. It's a little bit tighter, and so we're gonna fire it up. We're gonna see how it does, and I don't know if y'all noticed, but my little Tick equipped sticker here. You know, I've mentioned him before, but Eric, my buddy out at Tick Performance, he always hooks me up, and he actually hooked me up with Jeff out there, one of the salesmen, and definitely the coolest dudes around. When it comes to performance parts, hit them up. They got you taken care of. Let's see if this bad boy will fire up. All right, so it fired up, sounded pretty good. I let it run for a little while, you know, just kind of checking everything here and there. Gonna let it sit there overnight, make sure we don't have any oil leaks. You never know, stupid stuff happens. And so, you know, just a good afternoon, some well-deserved maintenance for this thing. Never even changed the oil since I've got it running, so I think that'll be a big difference, and so will those plugs. You know, a little hotter plug, we can turn it up a little bit, and you know, we'll see. You know, we'll just kind of see how it does. And I said hotter plug. I don't know if they're hotter or colder. I don't know anything about them. Lance told me to run them, so that's what I'm gonna do. Hopefully we can turn this thing up just a little bit, and you know, go have some fun on the street, go have some fun on the track. You know, it is a street car. I really like to drive it. I'm on my way to making it more reliable, working on some other things that I got too, so whew, it's a handful, but you know, the baby comes first. That's why that we hadn't been, you know, messing with a whole lot of this stuff.
To head to the varsity.
Little man always comes first, so I kind of work around what all that we got going on, but hopefully, you know, as he's getting older, he is getting faster and he is moving around, and so, you know, he's taking up a lot of time. You know, I can't complain about that, but I'm just trying to make as much time as I can for my hot rods and my hobby. You know, and we're just having fun. We don't do this for a living. We're just here hanging out. So, you know, we'll take this thing to varsity and we'll see how it does. All right, so we got everything parked, tucked away in my little bitty really tight spot in this small garage that I got. Got it all put up, everything. The ride home was perfect. It actually did really good. Makes me remember when before I was beating on it so bad. You know, it is a pretty fun little street car. I did a couple pulls just to kind of run it through the boost deal. You know, I told you before it was not idling right. It was trying to die at red lights, stuff like that. So I just got it idle screw. on the throttle body. And once I did that, car started idling good, started running better. It's still running a little warm, still running between 180, well, about 190 to 200 range, which is okay. I think it just ran a lot cooler without the hood. It might be something that can be addressed. So, you know, I'm really still not totally sold on the hood yet, but, you know, it's just kind of, I don't know, maybe might take it off. I'm not really sure. It definitely looks cooler without it, in my opinion, but it's a lot safer to drive all that stuff with it on. Easier to haul around, stuff like that. I might put me some Zeus's in the back, or some little bitty hood pins, get it just kind of set in there, easy to pull off, easy to put on, stuff like that. So I don't know yet, but car ran good, so definitely can't complain. Little picking here and there, and we'll have it running really good soon. Hopefully I can get it off to Lance. I really just wanted to do a good, you know, do all the maintenance that I needed to, run it through its paces, make sure that everything's going to do good. So far, knock on wood, I mean, granted I didn't get on it hard, but the belt stayed on, so we'll just kind of keep running it through its paces, put a couple miles on it, make sure it's doing okay, and maybe we can turn this thing up and go play. So we'll see how it goes, but thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this thing will be pretty bad here soon, so stay tuned.